What's up, everybody, man? It's your boys Cam and T back at it again with another episode of the Cam and T podcast. If you are watching this on YouTube, go ahead and hit that like button. It helps with the YouTube algorithm. And also, as well, if you're listening on your platforms like Spotify, Google, Stitcher, what else they got out here? Apple, whatever. Go ahead, give us a 5-star rating. I am your co-host, Tony T. Tom West, and we got my brother from another mother, Cam. Happy Tuesday, brother. Happy podcast day. How are you doing?
I'm good, man. Hanging in there, man. I can't complain. I'm doing good, bro. I'm
Yeah,
doing
man.
really good. How about yourself?
I'm good, man. I don't know how the weather is back in Georgia and stuff like that, but it's been raining here like for like the last like maybe like 15, 16 hours, like nonstop. So I don't know how the
Really?
weather is back in Atlanta, but it's been raining here like crazy, bro.
Yeah, we got rain. We've been having rain. That's kind of been on and off today, but we done
Mhm.
had some rain.
Man, it's been raining. It's
But
supposed to
15
rain.
hours straight is kind of crazy, isn't it?
Yeah, bro. It's been raining since this morning, bro. Like nonstop. It's been raining nonstop since this morning. But yeah, man, we got a good show in store for y'all today. Probably a shorter one to be honest with you. We're gonna cover obviously the playoffs, NBA Eastern Conference Finals, Western Conference Finals. We'll talk about that a little bit. And then obviously, you know what I'm probably the most excited about talking about. EA College Football Reveal Week is here. We're getting a reveal this week. I also kind of want to touch on something else too. I know we talked about it a little bit GTA wise last week, but I kind of wanted to touch on something else about GTA because yesterday was supposed to be like the year away from GTA actually dropping. But me and
Okay.
you don't think that's happening. We think it's going to be to the fall. But we'll talk about that a little bit more when we get to the game section of the thing. So we got a good podcast for y'all. Y'all stay tuned and locked in. A lot of NFL teams are kicking off their OTAs as well. I got to see shout out to Sheena and all of them. I seen some of their postings today about players and stuff like that. So we really won't touch on that, but I just happened to see it today. So without further ado, Cam, let's go ahead and jump into it, man. The NBA Finals. Let's talk about the game that's coming on tonight. Let's start there now, since it's kind of already going to be something that's going to be happening probably while we getting off the pod. So you have the Indiana Pacers up 2-1 against the Knicks. Really should be up 3-0 against the Knicks. They blew a 20-point lead. I thought Karl Anthony Towns played a tremendous game the other night ago. I thought that they were just really solid fighting their way back in that game. I just kind of want to read off some of the box scores in that game. So Karl Anthony Towns had 24 and 15. Like I said, really good game from him. Miles Bridges had 15. Also as well, Anobi had 16. Obviously, Jalen Brunson had 23 points. So they walked their way back in that game because I ain't gonna lie, at halftime I thought that game was cooked. I thought it was over. I
Thought
was
it
like,
was Jover.
yeah, they about to be out of here. I thought today was gonna be the Knicks' funeral. Like I thought it was over. But now all of a sudden they only down 2-1. And if they get a win tonight, it's best out of three. So they put themselves in a really good position if they win tonight. What's your thoughts on this series? Because this series kind of has been a roller coaster. Because you remember in the first game, the Knicks got up big, they blew it. Then in the second game, the Knicks was kind of like controlling the game until like the last 5 or so minutes, and they blew it. And then this game was the other way around, where Indiana was up big for most of the
They
game
blew
and
it.
then blew it. So we'll see what happens tonight. But this series has kind of been like a roller coaster. So let me ask you, how do you feel about this series, bro?
It's a good series, man. I'm glad to see it too. You know what I'm saying? This is two pretty good teams, man, and it's cool that that we not just seeing the same teams every year. You know what I mean? Like I'm glad that the Knicks are here. I'm glad that the Pacers are back here from last year. But I thought that the series was over after 2 games, to be honest with you, because I thought Indiana they pretty much stole two at Madison Square Garden. So I was thinking, man, they ain't losing at home, but I mean, sure enough, the Knicks was able to come back. I think they was down like 15 or 17 at one point in the game, and they was able to come back and get a W. So this game tonight's gonna be pretty crucial. It's in Indiana again, right? It's in
Yep.
it's at
It's in
Indiana, yeah.
Indianapolis.
So
Mm-hmm.
yeah, so I think this game gonna be pretty good, bro. A couple of things that I want to see. I think the Knicks they adjusted really well last game. You know what I'm saying? I think they did a couple of things. Like I think they got didn't Mitchell Robinson, he started the last game, didn't he?
He did.
Oh, yeah. So I think that's huge. That was something because it basically it put it kind of put Indiana in foul trouble because they was gonna try to foul, like they tried to foul what they call Hackamich mid to late game, but now they had to start doing that early in the game. And so I thought that was pretty crucial for them. Um, and then obviously Neesmith going out the way he did in game 3. I know they say he'd be back tonight, but who knows what his health is looking like. So the Knicks have a really good opportunity to capitalize on that momentum that they had in game 3.
Yeah.
And see if they can get another W tonight. And that'd be crazy if every game, so far, if every game is won on the road.
Yeah.
So it's interesting to see. I'm really glad, like I said, I'm really glad that we got this series though. I thought the Knicks were. I know me and you talked about it. Earlier in the season that we thought the Knicks was pretty good, but we just thought that they was gonna burn out by this time. And it's kind of good to know that that they really haven't yet.
Yeah.
Not the Jinxton boys or nothing like that, but they still look pretty good. And then as far as the Pacers go, they play with a really good pace, a really good offensive tempo. I mean, they're deep too. They go about 8 or 9 guys deep on the bench, so maybe 10 even. So they're a really good, a really deep team left. So I'm excited to see what happens tonight.
Yeah, no, I agree with you, bro. I'm the same way. I feel the same exact way, man. I think for this tonight's game, I think they're gonna need a big game out of guys like, Cat, obviously, who's been really good in this series for the most part, to be honest with you.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, he has to continue to stay consistent for the Knicks to continue to be, relevant. Because to me, it's him and JB. I mean, they are 1A, 1B situation. So I think that they both gotta perform at a high level. I think managing the turnovers too as well, and being able to stay out of foul trouble too, because Tibbs always plays an aggressive style of basketball. So you do got to be cognitive of that, because when guys start getting tired and start getting frustrated, they start fouling, stuff like that. So you do got to be cognitive of that as well. But I think if they can stay out of foul trouble, I'm not gonna lie, bro. I think the Knicks can slick get back in this thing tied up 2-2, and then let's just do a best out of 3 situation, and then we get the home field advantage.
Right.
So the Knicks, if they win tonight, they from where they looked like they was gonna be at 48 hours ago or 72 hours ago. If they can get the 2-2 tonight, they sitting real pretty. I'm not gonna lie. And I don't mean you, like I said, we talked about it in the offseason before the season. We were saying if New York Knicks make it to the Eastern Conference Finals, that is a good season for them. And they've done that. And we like I said, we'll give them credit on that. They definitely have done that. And I think they have 2 really, really good players in Brunson and also as well, in Brunson and also as well in Cat. So I think that's kind of where I'm at with it at this point. Who do you think wins tonight? If you had to just guess at it, who do you think getting the win tonight?
Man, I'm gonna stay strong. I'm gonna stay firm. I think Indiana takes care of business tonight. I'm gonna stand on it. Like I said, I think I picked Indiana at 6.
You did.
So I'm gonna stand on it. I think I'm gonna take Indiana again. But I'm just hoping for a good game. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Who you think taking it tonight?
Well, I had the Knicks winning this series in 7. But I'm kind of leaning towards your way now. I'm starting to think that the Pacers get a dub tonight, go up 3-1, go back to New York, maybe lose one game, and they come back to Indiana and win it. That's kind of what I'm feeling like at this point. Yeah. So I'm kind of with you. I think I'm going to go Indiana in 6 as well. Again, the way your boy Halliburton is playing, he changing the narrative for me on him.
Yeah.
So he's playing really good. I got to just give him credit. I mean, he's been tremendous. So I got to give him credit. And again, I think that they get this win, man. I really do. I think they win tonight. They go up 3-1, then go back to Manhattan, lose, and then they come back to Indiana and close it off at home at 6. So that's my personal opinion in that series. But it has been a good series. It's been real basketball, very physical. I like it. It's been a real – it gives off those vibes of, the old Indiana Pacers and old Knicks games, So I like that. I will say that. Now, even though that was kind of like right when I was born, around the time I was born, so I really didn't get the experience. But just going back and hearing about it, it's kind of giving off that same type of vibe to me, at least.
Yeah.
So I'm impressed with it so far.
It seemed like it's like I said, it's a fun series, man. It's good hoops. It's really good hoops, man.
Yeah,
I mean,
it's solid hoops.
It's fun to watch. It's really fun to watch, man. It's
I like it too because I feel like I mean, you know, with New York, LA teams, Miami teams, they always try to push these narratives like, oh, yeah, you know. But I feel like with this series, I feel like the talk has been a little bit more basketball, a little bit.
Right,
I feel
right.
like it's actually kind of helped too, even with it being a team like a New York Knicks. I feel like most of the talk around this series has been completely basketball, which I like.
Basketball. Exactly.
So I don't like when there's who's the GOAT? Like I seen First Take was back at it again with like the GOAT debates last week. And I'm like, what are we doing? It's a whole
Uh,
Eastern Conference Finals going on right now. Western Conference Finals. Why are we even
right,
bringing up GOAT debates right now?
right.
You know what I'm saying?
Both of
Like
them, neither one of them playing. Neither one of them playing this
neither
weekend. I
one of
mean,
them
we
playing.
talking
Like, what are we
we
talking about? Like,
good hoops, good. I mean, a lot to talk about too, man. Like that's the thing, a lot to talk about. You can get into the stats, you can get into the like I said, the adjustments that were being made, the coaching, because both sides are coaching tremendously this series
absolutely.
too. So I
Absolutely.
mean, it's I don't know, man. You know, I was just thinking about it today, man. I really hate that Around the Horn got
I
had went off the air,
know.
and I'm just like, this the type of
Around the
stuff
Horn
that
was such a good show. Like, cause I still so when I get off work, Around the Horn actually becoming on
be
or
on.
off. It either
You should
becoming
come on.
on or off. I can't remember.
You usually
But
come
I
on like
still watch.
4:30 or 5.
Okay, so if it comes on at 5, I'll be just getting home. And I
Yeah.
still and when I lived in Georgia, I would still watch it pretty much while I was on the phone with my girl, on the phone with my mama. I would still have it on the background. So I still watched Around the Horn all the time, essentially.
Right.
So yeah, that is sad. ESPN doing a lot of stuff. Oh, what happened there? ESPN doing a lot of stuff I just don't really, I don't know,
Agree with, man.
agree with. Yeah, it's just
Can't
like,
get
bro,
down with it, bro. Can't get down with it.
I don't know, man. It's been what in the world? Something's going on in my life. But anyway, it's just been weird, man. I don't know. It's been a lot of weird stuff going on at ESPN. Like I don't know if you've seen they got rid of the they had like a LA branch of people and they got like rid of them. Like they completely
They
like got
laid
rid
off.
of the whole like they got rid of their whole like LA studios essentially. And yeah, this just happened like recently. I think their last day, which is why I think that Around the Horn left too, because I think they were based out there too.
Yeah, LA.
Um, so yeah, it's just a mess. But yeah, anyway, on to the next series, bro. Let's go ahead and jump into this Thunder and Minnesota series. So the Thunder won last night, 128 to 126. They're up now 3-1 in the series. Let me read off some of the box scores. I mean, Shea is just, he's absolutely outstanding, bro. This man's just, again, he's just the truth. 40 points last night, 10 assists, 9 rebounds. I mean, just incredible. I think, again, MVP for a reason. Your boy, and I like to call him your twin because y'all look alike. Williams, he had 34 and 5. Jalen Williams, so he's starting to step up too, and he's starting to be like a true number 2. I thought Chet showed some bright spots last night with 21 and 7. And that was on 14 shots. So that's pretty impressive.
Yeah.
Went 9 for 14, so that's pretty good. So again, really good shot selection from Chet Holmgren. So it was good to see him kind of get it going as well. I think Caruso had like 10 points off the bench as well. But what I want to talk about is Julius Randle and Ant-Man. I have to talk about these two. And Ant-Man only had 16. Julius Randle only had 5. Let's just jump. I'm going to give my take first. I honestly think that's unacceptable, especially from Ant-Man. He only took 13 shots.
Yeah.
You are the best player on your team. And honestly, you probably are the second best player on the court behind Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. Ain't no way you should only be taking 13 shots, bro. Yeah. I don't care what type of defense they playing on you. Like he got up there saying, "Oh, they're playing this type of defense on me, and I couldn't shake them." No. We're not going for that. You are the best player on your team. 13 shots is unacceptable. I don't care if they got you double teamed. It's unacceptable, bro. Like, I'm sorry. You need to be getting up as many shots as possible when you are the number one option and you know you're the number one option on your team. Yep. Julius Randle, I want to give him credit because he's actually been tremendous this season and also in the playoffs for the most part. He's been good. He's been really good. But this is the thing about Julius Randle. He did the same thing with the Knicks. He did the same thing with the Lakers. Almost every team he goes to, he does the same thing. He has this good stretch where he's like, okay, this is a good player. And then he goes to Bumville and just stinks. He's done this at every stop he's been at. It's an up and down, complete roller coaster with Julius Randle. He's either really good or he sucks. There's
Yeah.
no in between with him. There's no in between with Julius Randle. I think people crap on Julius Randle too much because he is a solid player when he's playing good. But when he is terrible, I 100% understand the slander because last night was absolutely atrocious. He was 1 for 7 overall, 0 for 3 on. Oh, by the way, he played for 28 minutes. This wasn't like he only played 50. He played 28 minutes in the game, 5 points. It's ridiculous. It's ridiculous. And for the Wolves to even have a chance in this series, which me and you talked about it before, I think this thing is cooked tomorrow when they get back to OKC. It's done. I don't even think
Yeah.
they see another game. This thing's over 4 in 5, honestly. Because, and I'm gonna go ahead and say right now, Oklahoma City Thunder will be your they'll be holding up the trophy at the end of the year. I was wrong. I was wrong. I said they was too young to do it. I was wrong. I don't see nobody that is stopping this force. I think the best chance will probably be Indiana because of their solid defense. But I'm gonna be honest, man. OKC is an unstoppable force right now, bro. I just don't see nobody beating them. The way they playing right now, the way SGA playing right now, and now that Chet doesn't seem like he didn't got it going too. I think OKC on their way to winning the championship, bro. I'm not gonna lie, in my personal opinion. But the floor is yours. I had to get my bars off on Ant because I feel like he making too many excuses for himself. And people was calling him the second coming of Jordan just a couple of months ago and a year ago. Nah, brother, you can't be doing that. And then all of a sudden, oh, nah, I didn't, struggle. I just didn't take as many shots. No, bro, you got to be assertive. This is the playoffs, bro. This is the playoffs. You got to be assertive. You talk all this dog mentality stuff. I'm a dog. Telling Obama he better check his resume on who I am and all that. You got to show it. That was the time to show it. And I feel like he ain't show it, bro. But the floor is yours, though. What you think?
Yeah, no, I agree 1,000% with what you said, bro.
Yeah.
I think Julius Randle, like you said, everywhere he goes, and I'm just like you. I'm a big fan of his, man. I think he can be really good. You know what I'm saying? I mean, he showed it. Was that last series against the Warriors?
Yep.
He showed that he could be really good. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
I mean, he's been kind of like one of their X factors thus far in these playoffs. But every year, the reason why the Knicks shipped him off was because he can't, for some reason, he can't continue that level of play. I mean, people forget he was an all-star, all-NBA caliber player with the Knicks,
He
and
was.
they still decided to let him go. You know, I mean, he was their top player until for a minute there. You know what I'm saying? I mean, he was the guy that they thought that was going to be their star that they was going to build around. But the playoffs came around and he stunk it up, like you said, and it's sad because, like you said, he goes from being all NBA caliber, somebody that we all thought he was going to be when he was drafted out of Kentucky, to being a bum.
Yeah.
And that's not even an exaggeration. Like, he 5 points, 1 for 7 shooting, 0 for 3 from 3 land. That's
Yeah.
awful, bro.
Terrible.
Like that's actually really bad. And you're supposed to be their second option. You actually supposed to be their second option. You know what I mean? You're supposed to be handling your business down low, but you can't even do that. So I mean, it's pretty bad. I do want to give a shout out to JD McDaniels. He's still playing good. He's still one of the best
Yeah.
playoff risers in the NBA, in my
Yeah.
opinion.
22
He's
points
also,
on 15 shots. That's really good.
yeah. So he's a really good player. And maybe next season and in the years upcoming, he can continue to take that next step. But but back to Anthony Edwards too. I'm 100% with you, man. I think the thing about Ant-Man is that he's a lot of people like to compare him to Jordan because he dresses on the court kind of like how Jordan plays, and he has that mentality and he kind of favors Jordan a little bit. You know what I'm
Yeah, he
saying? Like
do.
resemblance. But at the end of the day, I've seen too many games of Ant-Man in the playoffs where he just don't give 110%.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Jordan was giving you that every game, bro. That's why they call him the GOAT. That's why he might, bro.
Yeah.
He was giving that every single game. Anthony Edwards don't be giving it. 16 points, 5 of 13 shooting. That's not good enough, man.
That
13
ain't gonna cut
shots,
it, man. That
one
ain't
for
gonna cut
seven
it for
from
you
three.
boys.
You supposed to be the top player. You supposed to be the number one option. I understand. Okay, now OKC best defense left. I get it. I mean, they deep, they smothering. I mean, they hard. They hard for real. Like I completely
Yeah.
understand it. But for you to be one of the top players in the league, or to at least be in consideration for one of the top players in the league, for you to be an All NBA player, for you to be a number one option to the point where the Timberwolves basically gave up their longest tenured player to say, "Hey, we're gonna build around you."
Mhm.
You got to do better, bro. I mean, you really can't go into the playoffs with the way your team is built. You supposed to be that scoring option with the way your team is built. You cannot leave the game with under 25 points at this point. You feel me? I seen a stat that also said that Anthony Edwards had the highest points per game average in game fours in NBA history. I think he averages like 36, but that dropped way down after last night. So um he got to give you more. He gonna have to give you more tomorrow in OKC, or else they going home. And even if honestly, the sad part about it though is even if he give you 40, they probably going home anyway because OKC is just that good, man. So but still 16 points is unacceptable.
Yeah,
In 41 minutes. That's not good enough
that's
for
not
a number
good
one
enough.
option. Yeah, it's not good enough. So, and like you said, the chippiness, the aggressiveness, you know what I'm saying? It be there sometimes, but you got to do it. You got to score.
You
You got to
gotta,
score. You
especially
can't.
when we're talking about Ant-Man. A lot of people consider, where would you consider Ant-Man? Where would he rank, you think, in the NBA currently? Because I'm
He
putting him
he
probably
he
like top
probably top
10,
10.
top 15. Yeah, exactly.
He
So
probably top 10.
we got him in the same area, top 10, top 15. So you
Yeah.
can't be sitting back here talking about some, oh, they just did a good job on me defensively. And you only took 13 shots, brother.
Mm-mm.
I mean, I at least need my number one option getting up like 20,
Yep.
22 minimum, especially in a playoff game. You got to find the rhythm. A lot of basketball, and I'm not going to sit up here and act like I'm some Jay Billis and I know everything about basketball because I'm not. But basketball is a game of rhythm. You got to get in a
Yep.
rhythm. If you're only putting up 13 shots, brother, and you go, let's say you start off 1 for 7 or something like that, which is similar to what he damn near did, then you're not going to be able to get into no rhythm if you start off
Nope.
like that. You have to get into a rhythm. You have to start creating separation in your shots, being able to get separation and get into a rhythm. Basketball is all about rhythm, bro. Really, to
Yep.
be honest. And he never got there because you only took 13 shots, and you're the number one option. So that's a
That's pretty
problem.
much that's 3 shots a quarter.
That's what I'm saying.
You know what I'm saying? That
That's
ain't
what
that ain't
I'm
good.
saying.
Let's look at Shea Gilgeous-Alexander. He took 30 shots in 40 minutes.
That's what I'm
Now we
saying.
know Shay's game is a little. Actually, I can't even say that because he took the same amount of threes as Anthony Edwards. He took 7. So
Hello.
his game is a little different.
And
Shay's not
still
known to
had
be a
almost
shooter.
and still had 10 assists.
Yeah, still had 10 assists. So it's like Shay's not known for being a shooter, but at the same time, he went out there and got his shots up though. You know,
And we're not
um,
telling Ant to be Shea because I think Shea Gilchrist is on another level. I think
for
him
sure,
and Joker are in their own atmosphere right now as players. But
for sure.
for him to be proclaiming he the next Jordan and all that, he need to be at least coming not too far behind that, bro.
I mean, in my opinion, I keep it real with you, bro. I mean, Shay's been outstanding this playoff
Yes.
run. I mean, he's been crazy. But Anthony Edwards, when it comes to the scoring, he need to be right there with him. I
He
mean,
need
he
to be right.
can't.
Yeah.
He can't. I really can't even say. I know Shay led the league in points, but I mean, Ant was top 5 himself. I mean, he wasn't that far off. So I need. I need. He got to do better. Ant got to do better. But again, me and you both said it. It don't matter. They're going home tomorrow.
They
It don't.
go home.
It don't matter.
Pack
I
your
mean,
bags. I don't think it's
can't
gonna
even
matter, bro.
can't even be too hard on bro because it don't matter. And he probably know it too. He probably dejected. But that's the thing though.
Let's
If you say
kind of
you
elaborate on this thing that we're talking about now. When you
okay,
look at OKC, dude, are they the next dynasty in the NBA, bro? Think
yeah,
about it. They're young
yep,
and they look absolutely unstoppable. Shea Gilchrist-Alexander, besides your boy Jokic, I think he's the second best player in the NBA. Cause I think I still think Joker is number one personally, but I think SGA is a close second. When you look at Williams, Jalen Williams is starting to put himself in a category of like a. You might disagree with me. You might. I don't know, man. He might be like a top 30 player in the NBA, bro. Like I don't think that's even that crazy to say anymore. Like top 30, top 40 player. I think I would put Jalen in that area. I'm not gonna lie.
Let me put it to you like this. After this season, he should be.
Yeah, based off of, I'm talking about after this.
Based off of the accolades that he got, because you got to understand, he was an all-star. He was he was on the all defensive team, and he was on the all NBA team. Exactly. I think he was the only player. I think he might have been the only player in the league to make all three teams. Because I don't think Giannis didn't even make the all NBA team. So, or excuse me, the all defensive team. So, I'm pretty sure he was the only player in the league. Maybe I think Evan Mobley might have been the other one.
I think Jalen Williams is on his way to being the top 30 player in the NBA, if not already there.
He should. Yeah, he probably there already.
So again, I ain't want to jump the gun. That's why I said debate. But I think he's a top 30 or so player already in the NBA. So they got him. They got a real good role player in what's my black brother?
Dort.
No, the white dude that's actually black.
Hartenstein. Yeah. Now he's elite. He's great. He's a
good player. Like he's a really solid, good role player. Like really good role player.
Yeah.
And then you got Dort, of course, Chet Holmgren. We haven't even seen his max potential yet.
Right.
So, like, bro, when you look at it, man, the OKC Thunder could be good for like the next 7 or 8 years, bro.
But see, here's the thing. In the mix of all this, we ain't even talked about. They got Nikola Topic in the draft this year. And that dude is supposed to be the next big thing. He was supposed to be, if he didn't, I want to say he tore his ACL or something before the draft process, but he was like a consensus top 5 pick in last year's draft. And he ended up sliding to OKC. So they got him at 2 guard in the future.
Whoever their GM is, it still Sam Presti?
Sam Presti, man.
He cooked. He's seen a vision 7 or 8 years ago when they were absolutely dog crap, and he found the formula. Like I feel like the Hornets need to follow his formula. Washington needs to follow his formula. He found it. Whatever that formula is, he found it, bro. So shout out to Sam Presti. Because I think OKC is set up for the future for a long. I don't think they're going anywhere, Cam. I don't.
No, they can't. I mean, the only God forbid, the only way they go anywhere is through injury.
Injuries. That's it. Or if somebody gets too selfish and is like, "Hey, I want to be my own man."
I gotta grow. I gotta roll.
Yeah, I don't want to be up on the SGA because it's clear that he's the guy there. So if Jalen Williams or Chet Holmgren or whoever don't get too like cocky or whatever, or too in their britches, man, this thing can roll for the next 7 or 8 years.
Yeah, that's true.
Okay, she's loaded.
You know, the sad part about it too, bro, is that a lot of it too, like the Clippers did a lot of this. The Clippers gave him SGA and like $1 million first-round picks.
I feel like the Hornets get a lot of slander for giving up on SGA. No, the team that needs slander is the Clippers.
It's the Clippers, exactly.
I don't know why the Hornets drafted him and traded him away immediately. The Clippers, he actually played a season there,
and was solid. And that was coming off. I want to say he was either coming off the bench or he was coming off the bench, wasn't he?
The Clippers didn't want to get shredded because they could use a guy like all 30 teams could use a guy like SGA, of course. But the Clippers definitely could with their aging roster. Kawhi, obviously, he's playing better now, but let's be honest, he's in the latter part of his career. Same thing with James Harden. He's in the latter part of his career. Is there really much young talent with the Clippers right now? If you really think about it, how old is Norman Powell? He's decent, but like
I think he might be 30 already.
That's what I'm saying. They could have used a guy like SGA. Now that would attract guys to LA. if they had it to the Clippers is what I'm saying. Guys
Man,
already traded to
let
LA,
me
but
pull up the Clippers roster real quick, man.
they don't have
'Cause
many
they
young actual threats. Like Zubac is close to 30, I think. Um, Norman Powell, I think, is like 29, 30.
so
Um,
you got Zubats is Zubats is what is that? That's he was born in 97, so he a year older than me, so he 28.
he 28.
Uh Harden obviously old,
Oh,
but Nick Batum old.
oh,
Derrick Jones Jr. was born exactly a year before me. He 28.
so he 28.
Chris Dunn ain't nobody. Um Coffee ain't nobody. You know what I'm saying? Norman Powell, yeah, he 32, excuse me.
So he older than me. He
Yeah,
32.
he was born in 93, so he 32. Kobe Brown, Jordan Miller, obviously Kawhi, Bogdan. Hey, I forgot it. I forgot they had Bogdanovich.
And he like
Um,
29.
yeah, he no, he excuse me, he 33.
Oh, yeah, they old,
Yeah,
man.
he 33.
Clippers, man.
Drew Eubanks, Ben Simmons, Cam Christie, Patty Mills. Obviously,
I
golly,
ain't
Patty
heard not
Mills.
one young talent that's actually worth a damn on that roster yet.
You got Trenton Flowers, Patrick Baldwin Jr., and Seth Lundy. All of them guys are two-way contract players, but that's it. So, I
The
mean,
Clippers have
realistically,
no good young talent, essentially.
not that I know of. I mean, I don't know what these. I don't know. I don't know much about Kobe Brown or Jordan Miller. I don't know what these guys can do. I'm gonna look up. Let me see. I don't even know if they even got See, they ain't even got PT.
The point that we making though, which we done about validated at this point, is that the Clippers really screwed up that whole trade for Paul George and all that. To
Yeah,
see, they screwed up. I mean, it's just what it is. They took the L.
they they gave Oklahoma City a
Yeah,
potential
pretty
dynasty.
much. They gifted him a dynasty. Yeah.
They gifted them a dynasty, and what they got in return was actually set them back probably even more
And
decades.
they just built that new stadium out in Inglewood. And honestly, they probably need to be rebuilding. Like they probably need to just let everybody go. Like once Kawhi says I'm done, I let everybody go. James Harden go. And like I would just say everybody's go. Like they need to be
Only
rebuilding.
only player if like they keep Zubats and that's it.
That's
I
it.
mean they need to bring in some young. I don't know what they can do.
I
Actually,
really don't know what they can do, Cam. Truly.
let me see what they let me see what kind of draft capital they got, man. Because
I don't
that's
think
gonna tell me.
much because they traded a lot of their stuff to OKC. Because OKC, I think, is just finishing up their that trade that they did for Paul George. I
Yep.
think
So
they just finished that up.
OKC gets they get the 15th pick from Miami, so that's crazy, and they also get the Clippers 24th pick
Yeah.
this year. So the
Which
Clippers
I
get now the
think is
Clippers
the
do get
last pick involved in there in that
I
draft.
think
I think.
yeah Clippers get they get the Clippers get the 30th pick though
Okay.
from OKC or whatever OKC's pick is, they
Yeah.
get that one. But I mean it's gonna be low regardless. I
Yeah.
mean she was
Right.
probably gonna be 30. So
Mm-hmm.
yeah, man, I don't know, bro. I look at the end of the day, man. Um, like you said, the team that everybody need to be pointing fingers at is the Clippers. I mean,
Yeah.
that's who did this. They gave them they selected Chet Holmgren and Jalen Williams in the same draft, bro.
Yeah.
They got them in the same draft.
Main
That's
draft.
unheard of. That's not. And then on top of that, they ain't even have to draft their own star. They MVP. They just they
Got
it
get
was
wrapped. Got get wrapped the MVP.
it's sickening, bro. It's sick.
Yeah.
So hey man, look, I'm just glad that's not the Nuggets because we had a choice to trade either Yusuf Nurkic or Nikola Jokic back
Whew.
in the day, and we chose correctly and chose and
Yeah,
traded
I chose
Nurkic.
right on that.
Yeah, because we almost gave. I'm pretty sure it was the Trailblazers. We almost gave the Blazers a dynasty, and that would have been with
Dang.
Dame Dollar. Yeah,
Woo!
that's what I'm
Dang.
saying, bro. That's what I'm saying, man. That's
Low
what I'm
key, I
saying.
would like to see that pick and roll would have been crazy, dog.
Yeah,
I ain't
yeah,
lying. That pick and roll would have been crazy. Let me get
yeah.
into some of these comments, man. Malik said, "What's up, y'all? What's good, Malik?" TJ say, "What's up, y'all?" Camry 26 say, "T looking great, man. I appreciate it, brother." But yeah, man, I just I don't know. That would have been crazy though. Dang, I didn't know that happened. I didn't know that y'all almost traded him to Portland. That would
Yeah,
have been crazy. Him and
it
Dame.
was a choice. It was a choice. I don't know if it was Portland or who, but basically the Nuggets, it was literally we had to keep either Nurk because they couldn't play well together because they was trying to start them both at the same
Yeah,
time. Because back then Nurkic was good enough to start and Jokic was good enough to start, so they was trying to play Jokic at the 4, Nurkic at the 5,
yeah,
but they found out in those 9 Nurkic minutes that Jokic was way better at the
better.
5. You know what I'm saying? But and so they had a decision to make, and boy, I thank God every day that they that they made
I
the
know
right
you
decision.
do. I know
'Cause
you do.
I did not. I boy, I tell you,
Hmm.
man.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's crazy. Let's go
Yep.
ahead and jump into some fun stuff here, man. Today we had got some big news, Cam. Today that the EA college football. Now we know they always kind of reveal their stuff like towards the like towards the end of the like they always do it like towards the end of the year or whatever. And I'm trying to get it up here so I can share it to y'all, so y'all can actually see. But today, what they did, they released the let me see, let me pull it up here real quickly. So today they released this cover, which let me know, Cam. Can you see that, Cam? Can
Yep.
you see? Okay, perfect. So today, EA College Football they released their cover. This is the deluxe cover, and Cam, I'm not gonna lie, this is tough, bro. Like
Yeah.
this cover is tough. It's way tougher than the one they had last year, in my personal opinion. But pretty much EA, and look at that already. Dang, I just noticed all them 3.2 million views already. 3.2K retweets. Yeah, this game's gonna go viral again this year. Probably not as big as last year, but I think it's still gonna be pretty big.
Super
Powerhouse
successful. Yeah.
programs. Yeah, it's gonna be another successful release. Looks like powerhouse programs, real world coaches, electric traditions, experience it all in college football 2026. Coming soon or coming in July 10th, which I think if you pre-order it early, you can get it on the 7th, which is what I'll probably do. And pretty much it says college football deluxe edition. And then just kind of reading off some of the people that we got in here. Obviously, the two main cover athletes is going to be, and we'll show that picture too. We got Ryan Williams, also as well Jeremiah Smith, which I ain't gonna lie, I think they made the right choice. Like when I think about
Mm-hmm.
Jeremiah Smith, he literally is like a video player, like video
Yep.
game player. So I think they got the, and Ryan Williams is too, but I think Jeremiah Smith is just on another level.
Yeah. And they was the two. They was arguably outside of like maybe Travis Hunter. They was probably the two most talked about players in the
Yeah,
country
exactly.
last year.
Exactly. So
So
I agree with them. I think EA made the right choice on there. One thing that I automatically noticed is it looks like they brought the legends back in this game. So you see like Reggie Bush right here. I'm so glad. Random. I am so glad Reggie Bush is being back, like initiated into college football stuff because because of that whole Heisman situation, college football kind of shunned him off for a long time. Until the
yep.
last couple of years since NIL has became normal, they've kind of brought him back into the fold. So I'm kind of glad they did that. But Reggie Bush is in here, Tebow is in here as well. It's just this is just a really good cut. Denard Robinson is back here. So a guy
Yep.
that was on the cover years ago, and then we actually get real coaches. So we had heard rumors that real coaches were going to be in the game, but now it's pretty much confirmed by this real world coaches. So we know it's going to be in there on the cover. So it would be no reason for them not to be in the game. We got James Franklin here. We got Ryan Day. We got Lanning. We got Kirby Smart's in there as well. Marcus Freeman's in there as well. So we got a few, coaches in. Some of the players that are in there.
That's
Caleb,
Lane Kiffin, ain't it?
huh?
I said that's Lane Kiffin right there, ain't it?
Oh, yeah, Lane Kiffin. I ain't even
I ain't
see
even
him.
noticed
I
him.
ain't see
Yeah, I
him
ain't.
either. Lane Kiffin
That's
and my boy Kenny Dillingham. They both in there.
Dillingham. Yeah,
I
I
didn't
ain't
even
even
see
noticed.
these two. Yeah, I didn't notice it
I
until just now.
yeah, I
But
ain't
yeah,
noticed
we
Lane
got them in
Kiffin.
there as well. And then we got some players in here too, man. Like some of the biggest names in college football. We love to see this. K.
Yep.
Klubnik in there. We
Hey,
thought it was gonna be Nolan Turner.
boy, what was
You
that
know what I'm
picture?
thinking now, bro? I'm thinking when they originally shot that, K might have not been there yet, or he might have been late, and they had
Yeah,
Nolan Turner as like a stand-in. That's what I'm thinking.
scheduling conflicts or something.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. But we got Nussmeyer, which these two will be facing off with each other first
Yep.
game of the year, which is going to be crazy. I cannot wait to start jumping into college football on this podcast this summer and fall. The youngest, well, not technically the youngest, technically Ryan Williams is the youngest, but the first freshman to ever be on a game cover ever in college football, at least. Bryce Underwood is here.
Okay.
Jeremiah Love, DJ
Jeremiah Love.
Lagway, Dylan Stewart from South Carolina is in here as well. I just
Yep.
noticed that. So really cool. Really, I
Caleb
like
Downs.
a lot. Yeah, I
That's
like
Caleb
this a
Downs
lot.
over there, right?
Yep, Caleb Downs right here. Yep.
And
Mm-hmm.
then what's his name? Sam Levitt. Leave it.
Sam Leave It. Yep, right here. Mm-hmm. So yep, and I think the rest of these are just like fans and like stand.
Yeah.
I like this cover though.
Respect.
I think it's really dope. So Cam, let's jump into it. Let me stop sharing my screen. Actually, no, let me not stop sharing my screen. I'm gonna show y'all the regular version, the regular which y'all probably have seen it by now, but it's right here too actually. So this is actually gonna be the regular cover, like how the regular cover is gonna look from my understanding. Let me see if I can get a better picture of it though, real quickly. Yeah, here it goes. Go back up. So here's the regular cover of it. So this is gonna be like if you get the regular version, which this is tough too. I'm not gonna lie, I like this. This to me is tougher than what they had last year. So you got Ryan Williams and also as well Jeremiah Smith posing in front of a bunch of flags and stuff. I think this is pretty cool, bro. I'm not gonna lie. I think this is dope. So again, pretty good cover for EA. Now, Cam, let me go ahead and let you kind of get your bars off. Let me stop sharing my screen too. What do you think, bro? What do you feel about this game? What's your expectations? I know me and you was on this game tough this past year. What do you think?
Yeah, man. The only thing I'm looking for, man, just expand that road to glory for me.
Yeah.
I need to see more on that because I was talking it up because that was my thing in the original NCAA's was road to glory. So I was big on that. This one, EA College Football 25 road to glory mode. I mean, it was trash. It was awful, bro.
It was terrible.
It really wasn't. It really wasn't good. So I hope they overhaul it. I hope they fix it. I know they're probably going to just make marginal improvements to it, but make an improvement to it, like tweak it though, because it wasn't good at all.
Yeah.
I thought Dynasty was really good in 25. So, I'm not expecting much change in 26, but I would like to see, you always got to improve, man. I just don't want it to be a reskin because, Madden got in trouble years ago. They was reusing assets. Remember, they still had stuff that said, I think it was like Madden 20, and they still had stuff that said Madden 19 in there. That's the stuff I don't want to see that. I need to see improvements. I don't want it to be, a reskin of the same game. I know it's not gonna be much different, but do something. Show me that you worked on it for the last year. Show me that you did something.
Because this time they don't have to do as much like going in.
They gotta build it.
Yeah, you ain't got to build the game. Exactly. So I do expect some improvements. I'm with you. Go ahead. My bad.
Yeah, no, you good. They ain't got to build it from the ground up. So I need to see more, need to see improvements. And now, like you said, they should have more time. I'm not expecting, a fully realized road to glory mode. I know they did say something about potentially playing in high school, but I'm not expecting anything super crazy, but make marginal improvements and get to the point where eventually we can say, okay, yeah, this is like, think about what 2K does with my player, right? Like I know my first 2K was 2K11. That was the first one I really started playing. You know what I'm saying? My player was straight back then, but that wasn't really the draw for the game. The draw for the game was Michael Jordan's the classics, right? And then 12, 13, 14 started happening. But I think by the time 15 came around, that my career mode was a full-blown mode. By 17 came along, or 18
too, man.
that's when it started to hit. The park was in the game and everything, so it became huge. So I'm not expecting, for it to be, the best road to glory mode ever, but I'm expecting it to be much better than last year's at the very least. You feel me? So so that's really the main thing. Another thing that I do hope that they add to the game and that they fix, and this is really just a setting. once you start a dynasty mode, either allow us to add more teams to it. So like for example, if I download, or actually better yet, allow us to create uniforms for the teams that are already in the game.
Mhm.
You feel me? So like for example, if you want a new uniform for Clemson, you got to create, an entire new roster.
The crazy
You know what
thing
I'm saying?
is, they used to do that like a long time ago in the old games. You could do something.
Yeah. You used to be able to just download it straight from the online thing, and the uniforms will update. That's what I want them to do. So that way, and I hope it transfers over to dynasty mode too. So
Yeah.
that way, if I like, let's say I start my dynasty mode, and if I'm 5 years in, and somebody drops a new uniform, I ain't got to restart the whole dynasty mode
Right.
just to play with a new uniform. So that's really all I'm looking for. But what about you, man? What you hoping to see on
You know,
Thursday?
this is my thing. So I got a few things. I won't be long. I want to see. I'm with you 100%. We got to see improvement on Road to Glory. Like it needs to be a lot more in depth. It needs to be a lot
Yeah,
more in tune. It needs to be a lot more. And I'm not even a big Road to Glory guy. I'm more Dynasty. But that Road to Glory was bare bones. They have to do better with that.
got it.
Yeah, so that's going to be important. Which I think this year is going to be more of a focus on Road to Glory.
Yeah,
But since I am a dynasty player, there are a few things I need to see change. Like I need to see NIL be incorporated into this game a little bit more. Like the brand exposure thing does not do it for me. Like I need to see players being like, "Hey, Florida State's offering me 2 mil. What's up? Is you matching that 2 mil? Like, you know what I'm
yeah,
saying? Like, I want to see that. I need to see more immersion. I think this was a good game for a year one built from the ground game. I do. I think it was a pretty good game for me. But this is year two now. You ain't have to build this from the ground. We need to see some steady improvement. I'm not saying this needs to be the greatest game of all time, but can you move me? I think this game I would give it like an 8 or 7.5. Can you move me to an 8.5,
yeah,
8.3, something like that? Well, I'm like, okay, they made some pretty good improvements. So I need to see stuff like that in this game. Because sometimes Dynasty kind of got boring because it's like, oh, coaching carousel. God, please fix the coaching carousel. I shouldn't have to be at Coastal Carolina for 6 years winning national titles, which I think you talked about, and
we,
just now getting offered to Clemson. Like,
yeah,
dude, once I win a title year one as a coordinator, I should be getting calls from some decent
yeah.
schools. Hey,
Because
that's how I used to be in the old game. They have to fix coaching carousel. It has to be better, and the transfer portal has got to be better. I shouldn't have to get into the transfer portal and it's a bunch of scrubs in there. And Malik
yeah,
just said fix the transfer portal too. I 100% agree.
yeah,
There needs to be more implementing of the transfer portal because we see great players hit the transfer portal every single year. So we need
that's
to see
true.
the same thing in the game. So again, I'm excited about it. I mean, if you really think about it, Cam, we got like a month until this game is out. A month and a week. I think it comes out. I'm getting the early edition, so for me, it'll be out July the 7th. Dude,
Yeah,
that's in a month and a week, essentially. So, this game's coming pretty quick. Excited about it, but yeah, we just need more. But I'm excited about it, bro. I think it's gonna be a decent game. We'll see. But yeah, there are some things to fix. But I'm with you 100%. Please, 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 please fix the road to glory. It has to be fixed, and we have to start from high school, and we should have to earn our scholarships like we used to have to do. I think
yeah,
that's going to be more like it for me at least. Uh,
yeah. I
but yeah, that's
I
just a personal take on it.
I remember. I just remember NCAA 14 and that road to glory mode. It was straight, man. All you had to do, you
Yep.
played college, you played a year. You know what I'm saying? You got recruited. I mean, it was good, bro. It was
Good,
good. But
bro.
this one ain't really. I don't know, man.
Even if
This
they
one ain't
went back
really
to
do it
that,
for me.
I would be fine. Like if
It
they
ain't.
just
I'm
went
not.
back to like, hey, you're gonna have to earn your, I'd be okay with
Yeah,
that.
yeah. Just improve on it, man. You got to do something. And it's. I don't know. I didn't really care for the whole um. I don't know. It was something about it that was just really like. I hate to call it grindy, but you only get
No,
four
bro.
years.
No, you right. It was grindy. It
Yeah,
sucked, bro. It was
yeah.
not good. Road to glory was
Like
not
if you,
good here.
cause like you said, you want to start from the bottom, but it was. I think about how we used to, like you said, how we used to do it back in NCAA 14. You started from the bottom, You know what I'm saying? You worked your way up with practice and stuff like that. But in this game, if you practice, you spent energy,
Yep.
and you only had energy to either study or build your brand or something like that. And it's like, why I can't just do all why I can't just do, you know what I'm saying? At least give me more energy this year. You know what
Yeah,
I'm
give
saying?
you more points. You're right.
Yeah, just give me more
Yeah,
energy.
I agree.
It was crazy. You sitting there like if you started at a low grade, you wasn't gonna make it, bro.
Yeah.
You
Yeah,
wasn't gonna make it.
I was bored. What day was that? I was bored one day last week, and I tried to start off as a 2-star recruit. Dude, it was terrible. I was like,
You
oh
can't.
no, I'm not doing this.
You
Like this
can't.
is too much. Like,
You can't, bro. You
yeah,
literally can't.
I was like, I don't like this. Like, no, we're not doing
Yeah.
this. But yeah, I'm with you 100% on that. Last thing here, and I'll let you go. GTA real quickly. Yesterday
Yeah.
was supposed to be the year out of GTA coming out. We don't think we're getting this game in a year, do we?
Nah.
I don't know either.
Nah, they ain't coming out. That ain't coming out
I don't
May
think so.
26, 2026. That ain't coming out no May 26. You know what I'm saying?
I don't think so either. Just wanted to
I
confirm. I know we talked about that last week, but
Yeah, nah. I play. Look, Eric, y'all that know me well. Like I play a lot of games, and I be seeing game releases all throughout the year. But I promise you, every big, massive game, I'm talking massive, like Doom: The Dark Ages just came out in May. Doom is huge, but we talking about massive, like GTA, Call of Duty. You know what I'm saying? Battlefields of the world, right? Games like that, Red Dead Redemption, they all dropped in the fall, bro. They all drop in the fall. So your big blockbuster mega hit games, your big games, they drop it in the fall every single time. This game ain't dropping May 26th, y'all. I'm sorry. Fall 2026, September, October. Be on the lookout, man.
yeah, I think we all pretty much agree that that's going to be fall 2026. I just want to kind of get your take on it again because I know we talked about it a little bit last week, but I
Yeah,
think fall of 2026 is when we're going to really get that at this
yeah,
point. But I'm with you. I'm excited about it, but it's going to be another year and a half wait.
yeah.
At this, they'll delay it again in December. They'll come out in
Yeah.
December, January, and say, "Oh yeah, we're pushing it back to the fall," and I'll already be prepared for it because I already know.
Yeah. Ain't nobody. We already know it's coming, man.
Yeah. They should just did that the other day. Like, hey, yeah, we're pushing it back there.
Yeah.
We don't need
They.
it. You ain't got a lot.
You remember? You remember we me and you talked so many times about it, bro. Like we was like, because you kept calling me and asking me, and it was like, man, you think this thing gonna get delayed? This was before the delay, and I kept saying, I was like, man, they keep tripling down. I don't think they're gonna do it. I don't think they're gonna do it.
I was feeling it. I said, bro, they're gonna delay.
Boy, I woke up that Friday morning. When I
That
tell
was
y'all
the
that
day
boy,
I was moving here to North Carolina too, bro.
that boy called me.
Oh, Cam. I said, Cam. Cam said, I already know, bro. It was like 7 a.m. in the morning, bro, on a Friday. Cam was
I was laid in bed. I was literally leaned over still. I ain't even turned over and rose up yet. I was laying in bed. And I'm sitting here. First thing I did, I usually check Twitter first thing in the morning, but I checked Instagram today. Yeah. And I seen that black screen that said delayed to May 2026. And I was sitting there just looking at my phone again, 7:00 in the morning. This boy T done called me. I was like, hello. And next thing I know, I'm like, usually your phone be up in your ear. I had to back it up, so because that boy, that boy was yelling. I was like, bro, he was yelling. I said, bro. I was like, he was sitting there. He was yelling at me, boy. Hey, he was just yelling.
I know these Negroes didn't do that, bro.
I'm sitting here on the phone. I was like, I didn't seen it, boy. I already know, man. Yell, that boy T yelling, boy.
I'm telling you, I was 38 hot that day, bro. I was like, boy, ain't no way. Like, they waited till the last minute to I knew that was gonna happen too. Cause see, it got to the point where it got so close to release time. I was like, okay, well, yeah, it's gonna release. We in May now, like October about to be here. Like
it's gotta be coming, you know what I'm saying? But nah. And then I called T later on that day, y'all, after I had really woke up good.
And
I
he
was
was the
like,
one
T.
yelling.
I was yeah, yeah.
Ken was the one yelling in. I was like, well, now you get what I was saying. I was pissed that
Yeah.
week, boy. I
I
ain't
was
lying.
like, man, hold on. I was
Man,
like, they really did this, bro.
I was sick. Well, look, bro, that thing was funny. I ain't gonna lie. Again, another good episode, man. Appreciate y'all love and support. Happy Memorial Day too to anybody that has lost any loved ones or anything like that, or and we thank anybody that's in the army or service, or we appreciate y'all for all y'all do for us to be able to get on podcasts and just talk stupid stuff in sports and games and stuff like that. So we appreciate y'all for keeping us safe and stuff like that as well. So I did want to say that before we log out tonight. Appreciate y'all and thank y'all for that as well. Ken, did you want to say anything before we close it out tonight?
Nah, man. Once again, appreciate y'all for all the love and support, man. Thank y'all for everything y'all do.
Yeah.
Um, it's a blast, man. It's a blast. So
Yeah.
we're gonna keep it rolling. I'm glad we back on a
Yeah.
we told
Yeah, we
y'all
back on a
we
regular
back on the
schedule now, y'all. I done
yeah,
got
yeah,
moved and settled, and
yeah, we
we
good.
back. We back on Tuesdays. Every Tuesday, we back
Yeah,
completely now.
we good.
So we good now. We back rolling. I think next week, obviously, we'll still talk about the NBA Finals, and then man, it's gonna be time to start talking about some football pretty soon here. It's kind of I don't want to say flying by because we still got to get through June and July, and we know how those months are, but we're
Yeah.
getting close to talking about some college football, some NFL. So we getting there, y'all. Slowly but surely. I think next week we get on the podcast. Yeah, it'll be June next week. So we getting there. NBA Finals is wrapping up, and after that, man, it's gonna be full content time with
Gonna be
football and
football.
all that. So it's gonna be exciting. Appreciate y'all's love and support. Continue to follow us on all the pages, and we'll see y'all next week, man. Y'all have a good one.